Okay, so I was listening to 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson a little while back, earlier today. And, he was talking about how these environmental enthusiasts kind of have this idealistic view of the balance of nature, and he said that that's not really accurate. Because there's disease, there's malarias, animals die out, there are forest fires, destruction, and there's constant change. Things don't remain the same, even if nature is just left to its own devices. Even if you want to take humanity out of the equation, even though I strongly believe that we are a part of nature, even if you take humanity out of the equation, nature isn't going to be some kind of balanced utopia. That's just not the way nature is. Which is very true. And he went on to explain how we have this idea that order is always good. That order is like the perfection, the thing to reach towards all that. Order's good, chaos bad, but that's not necessarily the case in all issues, in all things. And in fact, you really do need both. You need balance and you need imbalance, and even within these order and chaos, there's balance and imbalance of both of these things. It's all very symmetrical. I like the symmetry. Anyways, in order to have any kind of movement, like just within the universe, the things that you can observe in the universe, from you walking to a boulder rolling downhill, to planets orbiting around the sun, you always have to have an imbalance somewhere. If things are balanced, then everything stays still. It maintains itself. Is abide the right word? I don't know. I watched The Big Lebowski a few weeks ago, and I've been using abide a lot. I'm not sure if I'm using it right. Anyways. But you have to have some sense of imbalance or chaos. And the sense with us walking is kind of like a controlled imbalance. There's definitely a lot of, I don't know, but in order to move forward, there always has to be an imbalance. There always has to be something that gives, something that gets overpowered, something to overcome in order to move forward. And it is never easy. One of the other things that we can observe in this universe, that things that are at rest want to stay at rest. I think that applies to pretty much everything that we can find in this universe. There's very little things that, with maybe the possible exception of something to do with atoms, because I don't know a lot about them, but if something is at rest, it's going to want to stay there. And I think that there's an issue in the way that we think, and that we do have this inclination that balance and order is always good, it's always the preference, and that's not necessarily true, because if the balance and the order has you in such a position to where it's taxing on you, that it takes from you, or that it keeps you in healthy for you, whether it is physically or mentally, or physically or mentally. It may be balanced in the sense that it's sustainable. You're able to stay in this state indefinitely without changing. But it's not necessarily a good thing. You may need a little bit of chaos and imbalance in your life in order to move you into a better direction. One of the verses that actually comes to mind is how, I forgot what verse it is, and it's like one of the most quoted verses ever, but it talks about how God even uses the evil and the bad to bring glory to himself. And the way I've always perceived God is that he is ultimate. If there is any kind of utopian order, it is under him. Right? There is a good, perfect order and balance with him that is not stagnant. That, and at the same time, the scripture talks about how God is not the God of chaos. But it never says that he doesn't use chaos to bring about good things. So, I wanted to touch on that, just to make sure you guys knew that I wasn't saying that chaos is just the best thing ever. I don't necessarily think it's the best thing ever in all cases, but I do think that it's something that is necessary in life. And I think it's something that we have to learn to embrace if we ever actually want to bring good change into our lives. And yeah, chaos very often, the chaos and the imbalance is very often used in very bad ways. The reason why progressives tend to always be revolutionary is because you need an imbalance of power in order to bring about change. And that's what progressives are all about. They want to bring about change. Well, sometimes you do need change. Sometimes you live under a tyranny and you need to create an imbalance of power in order to free yourself from that tyranny. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean like actual armed revolt, but you do have to create an imbalance. You do have to make some waves if you want to bring about any kind of change. It's necessary. And this also kind of makes me understand a little bit better of why things tend to move in pendulums motions. Within society and even as an individual, every time there is an imbalance, every time there is an effort to make a change, there's always that pendulum effect. This is why a lot of Calvinists go through a cage stage. I remember when I first became a Calvinist while I was going to Word of Life, I was very much a cage stager. It's like I discovered this kind of doctrine that actually really made God not only much more understandable, much more of a God that I could see actually being God. And then I believed in God before that. I'm not saying that dispensationalists are somehow lacking. There aren't many instances that are lacking something like that, but when I first became a Calvinist, I was almost militant. I was like, people need to change their role. It took my mom to bring me out of that, but I remember I went from like a cage stage to where I was afraid to say anything, back to kind of cage stage, but not quite, until I finally ended up in what we jokingly call the sage stage, where you're allowed to have your views and to let others have other points of views, and even though you know they're wrong, you can still live at peace with them. But and my mom it's not like my mom set out to change that. She was just being my mom. And that I remember being fresh out of Word of Life, still in my cage stage role. And instead of my mom pushing back, instead of my mom trying to fight me or tell me that I need to settle down, she, first off, happily listened to my thoughts, views, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. And instead of saying that I was being too harsh, she approached me with a sense of grace and humility. And after a few days of that, I just kind of looked at myself and was like, yeah, I think I have all this knowledge. You know, I think that my theology is so great, but I have a lot of pride. And I have a lot of self-righteousness that's built up because I think I have all this knowledge. I like to think of that as the end of my cage stage. Maybe it was the beginning of the end. Because I do know that the Lord used my mother in that situation to slow down the pendulum, you know. Bring it more centered in a more balanced place. And I think it's something that we all need to be aware of. Is that first off, that there's always going to be chaos in our lives, and there's always going to be an imbalance. And that's not necessarily something that we should try to avoid. In fact, I think we should have a different approach to it. I think we should approach the chaos and the troubles in our life as opportunities. I think we should look at them as a chance to actually change things up for the better, for the good. And to see if we can make opportunities out of them, or see if we can find a different approach to things that have kept us in places that we have not wanted to really truly stay in, even if we say that we do. At the same time, I think we should also be mindful of the pendulum. How we do always tend to go a little bit too far when we do make these radical changes in our lives. And we should definitely give ourselves not only a bit of grace, but also just a bit of time to absorb these changes in our lives, these new things. Because we're still, even if we understand them mentally, I think there's a sense emotionally where we're still working this stuff out. And I'm sure that applies to some more than others. It definitely applies to me. And to give ourselves time and grace to work these things out can definitely help us to avoid a lot of unnecessary conflict in our lives. There's always necessary conflict. We should always address the conflicts that we do have. But there's also a lot of needless conflict that we don't have to approach.